Last October, Cambodian officials launched a bold plan to invest $1.7 billion to build a new waterway called the Funan Techo Canal. The planned canal will be 180 kilometers long and construction is expected to begin in 2024. In order to ensure that this project can proceed smoothly, the Prime Minister of Cambodia also made a special visit to China, hoping to attract Chinese companies to participate in this major project. This shows that Cambodia has great trust in China's infrastructure capabilities. In fact, once this 180-kilometer-long super canal is completed, it will not only be of strategic importance to Cambodia itself, but will also have a profound impact on China's maritime layout. So in today's video, we'll explore the background, goals, and potential impact of Funan Techo Canal in detail. We'll see how the canal will bring new opportunities to Cambodia. The Mekong River is the largest river in Southeast Asia, with its source located on the northeastern slopes of the Tanggula Mountains in China. It winds southward through Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam before finally emptying into the South China Sea. The Mekong River has a total length of 4,180 kilometers and a drainage area of 811,000 square kilometers. Its annual average runoff reaches 475 billion cubic meters, while the average flow at the estuary is 15,000 cubic meters per second. Such abundant water resources not only support the production and living needs of millions of residents along the coast, but also make the Mekong an ideal place for canal construction because of its smooth flow and wide channel. Through the map, we can see that when the Mekong River flows through the Tunnel Sap Lake in Cambodia, it gracefully turns a corner and then flows to Vietnam. This geographical feature gives Vietnam control over the Mekong's estuary, making it a key gatekeeper of this golden waterway. For Cambodia, although it is rich in agricultural and fishery resources, shipping these products overseas inevitably requires Vietnam's review. This geographical dependence puts Cambodia in a relatively passive position in international trade. For example, in 1994, Vietnam refused Cambodian goods to pass through its territorial waters for specific reasons, resulting in a large amount of goods being stranded at the port and unable to sail smoothly. To prevent a recurrence of such incidents, Cambodia decided to build a canal. As far as I know, the canal to be built in Cambodia is called the Funan Techo Canal, with a total length of 180 kilometers and a total investment of $1.7 billion. It starts from Prek Ta Keo on the Mekong River, winds all the way south, and finally joins Prek Ta Ek and Prek Ta Hing on the Pasak River, connecting with Kep Province. The design of the canal is meticulous, with a width of 100 meters upstream and gradually reducing to 80 meters as it extends southward. This design not only ensures smooth water flow, but also saves construction costs to the greatest extent. The unified water depth of the canal is 5.4 meters, which fully meets the navigation needs of large ships in the future. It is reported that the maximum load capacity of the canal will reach 3,000 tons in the future, which will greatly enhance the logistics and transportation capacity in Southeast Asia. In addition, it is planned to build 11 bridges on the canal. These bridges will not only be the key to connecting the two sides of the strait, but will also become a new batch of landmark buildings in the region, adding to the urban landscape of Southeast Asia. The actual channel length of the canal is 208 kilometers, and its construction will solve geographical challenges and ensure free navigation of ships. Unfortunately, Cambodia lacks the capacity to build the Funan Techo Canal itself and has to seek international cooperation. According to investigations, China helped Cambodia build the Stentrang Bridge in 2015, which helped Cambodian residents save 3 hours of commuting time. In addition, China has also participated in Cambodia's power grid upgrade project, improving the lives of more than 300,000 local residents by introducing advanced power technology and equipment. What is even more worth mentioning is that Cambodia is also an important member of China's One Belt, One Road initiative. The two countries not only work together on the Sihanoukville Port Special Economic Zone project, but also carry out extensive exchanges and cooperation in agriculture, education, culture, and other fields. Faced with these backgrounds, on October 17, 2023, China Road and Bridge Group signed a project investment framework agreement with Cambodia. The agreement stipulates that the project will adopt a build, operate, transfer model. This means that China will first invest $1.7 billion and be fully responsible for the construction of the canal. Once the canal is completed and operational, China will have the right to manage and maintain the canal and recover its investment through toll collection. It is worth noting that these management rights will be transferred to the Cambodian government 40 to 50 years after the canal opens and operates. It is understood that the project is scheduled to start construction at the end of 2024, and the entire construction process is expected to last 4 years. So, what changes will the Funan Techo Canal bring to Cambodia after its completion? According to predictions by an economics professor at Oxford University in the United States, once the Funan Techo Canal is completed and put into operation, the proportion of cargo arriving at Sihanoukville port is expected to increase significantly from the current 67% to an astonishing 90%. This will not only completely eliminate dependence on Vietnam's transportation, but also bring more business opportunities and development space to domestic enterprises. But this is just the beginning. The opening of the canal will also promote a new round of construction of surrounding bridges, roads, docks, and other infrastructure. This not only improves Cambodia's overall transportation capabilities, but also brings a more convenient lifestyle to local residents. With the improvement of living convenience, new residential and commercial spaces will emerge rapidly to provide Cambodian people with a better living environment. These emerging residential and commercial areas will become new highlights of urban development, attracting more people and capital inflows, thus accelerating Cambodia's development. It is worth mentioning that the impact of the Funan Techo Canal on China after its completion cannot be underestimated. For a long time, China, as a global manufacturing power, has mainly relied on ports in its southeastern coastal areas for its exports of goods, such as Shanghai Port and Shenzhen Port. However, with the rapid development of China's economy and the acceleration of globalization, the throughput pressure of these ports has become increasingly prominent, which is like an invisible shackles constraining the further development of China's foreign trade. The opening of the Funan Techo Canal will provide a new sea channel for Chinese goods and effectively relieve the pressure on southeastern coastal ports. Secondly, the operation of Funan Techo Canal will adopt world-class management technology and strict safety standards to ensure that each vessel and each cargo can reach its destination safely and in time. Importantly, as the operator of the canal, China can prioritize using this channel to transport its own goods and enjoy more efficient and economical logistics services. Compared with other transportation routes, Funan Techo Canal will provide lower cost and more efficient freight options, which will provide Chinese enterprises with more stable and reliable logistics support and enhance their competitiveness in the international market. In fact, after the construction of the Cambodian Canal was completed, its impact was not limited to Cambodia and China, but also had a profound effect on neighboring countries. Take Laos as an example. This landlocked country has long faced logistics difficulties, but with the opening of the Cambodia Canal, goods from Laos can be quickly transported to Thailand through this canal, and then enter the Indian Ocean and even European routes. Therefore, we have reason to believe that with the operation of the canal, the economy of Southeast Asia will enter a more prosperous future.